Hello and welcome back to another episode of Firefighter Therapy. I am your host, Robbie Nebergall, and this is your one-stop shop for everything firefighter mindset related. And today I want to talk about something that is rooted in mindset itself, although it's not usually associated with it. It is the mindset that we have around the holidays when it comes to our personal health and our fitness. And the thing is, recently, I've been getting this a lot. I have to wait until January. I have so much going on. Shift work is crazy. Family life is crazy. I have the holidays to pay for. Life is just chaotic. And this is an attitude, it's not selective just to the fire service, it's all over the place. People in general do this, but I think it is something that is hyper accentuated inside the fire service itself because of the nature of shift work. And it's something that it feels comfortable to push off until January. But what is the problem with that? Because inherent in this is a trap. This is repeating the same cycle that will set us up for failure in 2026 and every other year, and probably in the past. It's something that is a vicious cycle that we continue to repeat until we can identify that. It goes back to the age-old expression from Einstein. What is the definition of insanity? It is repeating the same action over and over again and expecting different results. But what comes before repeating the same action? What if we're not even aware of the mindset and the behaviors and the beliefs that keep causing us to repeat those same actions over and over and over and over again? Now, here's a question for you. As a firefighter listening to this, do you think that the firefighters that stay in shape, the ones you notice around you, the ones that you see, do they have to deal with the holidays too? So this comes back to a lesson I learned in the martial arts school that I grew up in, which is for every reason that somebody has to stop or to quit or to not start in the first place, there is a person in the world, a firefighter in the world, who is experiencing that same exact situation and still did not let it be a reason for them not to follow through. So, if it's possible for others by attaining and practicing a certain mindset and belief, the way that we view problems, the way that we prioritize ourselves, if it's possible for others, is there some reason that you would be some kind of wild exception? Truthfully, honestly, ask yourself that question. Oh, I have kids. Oh, I have to pay for the holidays. Oh, you don't understand. I have travel. I have family coming in. I have all the... Yes, all of these reasons. Or more so, barriers. And the thing about barriers is that we can climb right over them or go around them. Or in the case of a lot of firefighters, you take a sledgehammer to that thing, right? So, do they have to deal with the holidays? I'm sure you've seen the person that stays in shape long term. And that kind of goes into my next point, which is, will the holidays be back next year? I mean, guaranteed, right? Unless the sun explodes and it's all over in the blink of an eye, sure. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but realistically, how many holidays have you been through? What does that cycle look like every year for you? Has it stopped you from doing other things that are important? Now, here's the interesting analogy that I see. It's like, hey, I can't do it. I can't prioritize it because this time of the year. Where do you put your own health and fitness pouring into your own cup on the priority ladder? Do you view it as something that's akin to bathing or brushing your teeth, things that you do every day, or like you should? Is that something that, is it on the same level of priority? Like, hey, these things, like I have to do it. They're non-negotiables. You don't stop brushing your teeth because the holidays are coming up. I hope. I hope I can make that statement. So, what does that really say? Is it more about what's realistic and what's possible? Or is it more about where it is in my list of priorities? You see, like, is that approach of pushing it off till next year when you know it's going to repeat itself again, how will that serve your goals in the long haul? Are you treating this as something that is going to be an approach where it's, I am different from here on out? Is this going to be a lifestyle that you're going to partake in moving forward from here? And you see, if you're treating it as something like, oh, I only have to do this thing for a few months, then okay, I get it. But great, it's only a couple months. I might as well push it off till January when things are less chaotic. But does that mindset, does that belief that it's only a thing that you should be doing for a few months, does that serve you? Is that actually going to help you accomplish your goals? You see, the things that people achieve with their own health and fitness, the breakthrough that they make is when they transition from it's this temporary thing that I'm going to do for a little while to I better figure out how I'm going to do this for the rest of my life in a way that works and is enjoyable to me. And if you take that mindset and you decide to start no matter what, here's the thing. It probably would be more difficult to start during the holidays. But again, what's your belief behind that? If you can start and succeed in a time where life is more chaotic and still get the results, still get the success, still prove to yourself more than anybody, right? Because this isn't about proving it to your department. This isn't about even proving it to your family. It's about proving it to you. If you can prove it to you that you are going to do this no matter what in a time where life is admittedly more chaotic, when you realize that there is no perfect moment, that it will never arrive. When in your life have you ever arrived at the perfect moment to start anything? When? Tell me, I'll wait. When has that ever happened? When have you ever arrived that all the stars aligned and everything was perfect and okay, now I'm ready? You don't become ready by waiting for the perfect moment. You become ready by charging in to the fire. Think of it literally. All the training in the world doesn't amount to very much compared to the experience of actually going into a structure fire. You prepare as much as you can. You do your training. But the real test, the real experience, the real lesson is in doing it. You didn't walk into your first structure fire being ready. You became ready. You became capable by charging in, even in the face of uncertainty and chaos. That is the quality that makes you successful as a firefighter. And yet we approach it with a different mindset when it comes to the rest of our lives. Who benefits from that? And the truth, beyond anything else, is that if you can do it when things are hard, and by the way, they will always be hard. But if you can do it during a season of a holiday, if you can do it when life is more chaotic, when you have more barriers, and still succeed, then what are your chances of being even more successful long term? See, there's nothing special about weight loss, about getting in shape, about improving your mobility, about all of the benefits that come along with prioritizing you, which I would say is a prime directive of firefighters, is to take care of themselves, because before your gear and before your tools and before everything else you use, the number one piece of equipment you have is yourself. Your mind, your ability to lead yourself, to stay calm, and the body that's underneath the gear. How efficiently you take care of it. The foundational piece of equipment, which is you. And how can we make progress working on a cracked foundation? But if you can make the progress and prove it to yourself, build an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you want to be. In the face of chaos, in the face of the holidays, in the face of everything else that's going on, when things do, quote unquote, slow down, how much more better equipped will you be to deal with the rest of life outside the holidays? You should start now. Screw your New Year's resolution. I'm doing things differently here, right now, because I said so. One of the most powerful experiences I've ever had actually came outside the fire service. I think I told this story in the last podcast, but if I didn't, then you get some new information. And if I did, then guess what? It's a strong enough story that it needs to be shared twice. Truth is, one of the most powerful stories I ever experienced was when I was working in a restaurant, of all places, with a server who smoked every day. Then his health started to go downhill. He got a scare. And the doctor said, you're going to die if you don't stop smoking. He said, okay. The next day, he was always taking smoke breaks. And the next day he came in, and I noticed this. He didn't take any smoke breaks. And I said, hey, no smoke breaks today? Kind of light. Just a little poke. You know what he said to me? He didn't say, oh, I'm trying to quit. He didn't say, yeah, I'm weaning off. He looked at me and he said, I don't smoke. It bewildered me. I said, what do you mean you don't smoke? You smoke every day. I see you smoke every day. That's about half a pack of cigarettes every day. I witness you do it. Since when? Since right now. I don't smoke. Whoa. How much more successful do you think he was in maintaining that with that mindset? Oh, I'll do the best that I can. Oh, I'm trying. If I can do it. No, I don't smoke. He was already in the mindset of the person who succeeded in that. And that is the secret ingredient. You want all the secret tricks, all of the hacks, all of the tips, all of the XYZ, blah, 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 all the BS you see in the fitness industry. You know what the number one thing is? It's putting yourself in the mindset of the person who has already achieved the result and start making decisions like that version of yourself. That comes first. When you start believing it, you start operating it that way, then the changes come. Or you can be the person that's always at the mercy of the circumstances in the world around you. You can be the person who waits for permission from the world to do what you need to do. Or you can have the mindset that I'm going to succeed no matter what, and the only permission slip that I need is my own. Those are the choices. A first responder and a first reactor. Which one do you want to be? The only reason to wait is based inherently on the belief that what you're doing is something that's temporary. Do you want it to be temporary? Because there's nothing special about getting the results for a few months. There is something extraordinary about being the type of person who shows up every day and lives the type of lifestyle that keeps those results in the face of everything else that everyone else already deals with. They're not your reasons. It's just pushing off the responsibility. And I get it because it's comfortable. We want to be comfortable. It's nice to shoulder the responsibility onto something else, onto someone else. But at the end of the day, we have to take a grand calculus. What are the things that are actually under my control? And what are the things that I just convinced myself are not? So take responsibility. Don't wait for the holidays. Do something about your own life. When you start acting that way, you take that kind of action, you move forward with that kind of belief, you make the appropriate choices, the ones that are going to get you to the actual outcome, whether it's financially, whether it's getting a coach, whether it's, hey, I don't know the knowledge, whether it's, hey, I don't want to take 10 years to do this. What kind of choices are going to get you there at the rate that you want to see the change? What kind of person do I have to become? First, mental understanding, and then physical capability. And you just keep raising the bar, raising the bar, raising the bar, so on and so forth. What do you have to do to make sure that it happens? That's all I have for you guys today. If you liked this video, then make sure to like and subscribe to the page. Follow along. I post videos twice a week when it comes to either the techniques and strategies that will make you successful, or like this podcast, the mindset that goes into it. And beyond that, if you're interested and you're looking, you say, hey, I'm ready to make this breakthrough, I'm posting a link down in the caption that will enable you to book a call with me or someone on my team so we can walk you through hey, what would a good game plan be for the goals that you have? This is not some kind of cookie cutter system, copy and paste. This is personalized directly to you. So if you're ready to take that step, check it out. And other than that, I'll see you guys next week in the next video.